I'm Muffin, and I'm half-ass ready. All right, y'all. We talked about my go bag last video. We'll do a little traveling this weekend. So, and I told you while I was doing my go bag, we had a little different plan when we travel. Now, the last time I traveled farther than I'm traveling now, and I traveled with a larger group of people, so I had to prepare differently. The last trip I took, I had elderly people, I had children, and I had able-bodied fighting age men and able-bodied fighting age women. So I had to prepare a little differently for that one. This particular trip, in case you're interested, meeting up with two old friends that we grew up together. Haven't seen them in a few years. We're going to get together and have a good weekend. So, but not really worrying about the shit hitting the fan while we're gone. But if it does hit the fan, I want to be ready because that's what it's like living in this prepper mind. Okay, and if you're watching me, you probably understand this prepper mind. So, first of all, you want to know the people you're traveling with, or the people you might possibly be traveling with, what their capabilities are, what their preparations are. One of the guys, hunter, fisherman, bow hunter, outdoorsy guy, man's man. I'm not so worried about him not being prepared. The other guy I'm traveling with, great guy, Army vet, doesn't think about the world like I think about the world. Still love him. He's the best friend I've got in the world. But, so I'm thinking about him. And he and I are going to be walking the same direction if we have to walk home. So I'm going to try to have enough stuff where hopefully all three of us can get where we need to be without dying. Okay? So, my regular go bag. Same go bag we talked about last video. Same stuff's in it. It's ready. Throw it in. You'll see I'm wearing my chest rig. Now, if we got to walk home, right on, we'll be carrying a lot of stuff, right? I like these chest rigs. I have two of them. I bring both of them along because they have different pouch setups, and if I need to move pouches from this one to that one or from that one to this one, depending on what all I'm trying to carry here, I can. So I like these chest rigs. This one's set up because I'm bringing my rifle, and it's got the mag pouches. This is the one I wear when I'm wearing my pistol rig, which I won't be taking. I'm going to take my concealed carry as a pistol rig. So, anyway, I like these. I'm bringing along 2 extra backpacks because there's going to be 3 of us, right? And no matter which direction, if we all go in the same direction, great. If we're all going different directions, we can all carry something, right? And in these backpacks, I threw extra stuff, okay? This backpack, smaller backpack, but, it holds stuff. So I threw in another canister of fuel for my little butane stove, or little isobutane stove. Water bottle, right? Canteen, Boda bag, whatever you want to call it. Extra water bottle. We're going to need to carry water, right? Everybody's going to need some water. Threw in any extra food packets. That's those pink salmon packets. Keep for a long time. Threw in some garbage bags, right? This kit, my wife and I purchased from Ready Hour, my Patriot Supply, and it's a survival kit. Fishing gear, snare gear. I have one I showed you that I made at Walmart that I keep in every go bag, and I give them, they're in every vehicle on. This one, pretty comprehensive little kit, wasn't that expensive. I want to say it was like $17.99, but fishing and hunting kit, right? Hope I never need it, but I got it, right? Emergency sleeping bag. I bought a box of these things, so I keep them everywhere too. Um, it's not as cold. You know, spring's coming on, but here in the mountains and the walk we have back from there, we're going to be over 3,500, 4,000 feet, and at night it's going to get cold. This will be nice to cuddle up in. It's also waterproof, so you know it's water protection. Map, state map. We talked about that. State map of the states that I'll be traveling in. So, and then extra backpack. Now, if the shit hits the fan, we'll take time to sit down and divvy this up, right? So everybody's carrying an equal load, or as equal as we can get it, right? Brought along an extra water filtration device. I've got several water filtration devices. I keep in my go bag, right? Got an extra one in case somebody's going a different direction than I'm going, right? I'm not going to make these guys travel with me. God knows I'd love it if they did. I trust these men with my life. So the person you're traveling with, you need to be able to trust on your six, okay? And I trust these guys. So I hope they're traveling with me, but if they're not, I want to do everything in my power to make sure they get where they need to be. Because they got a family and a tribe to get back to, too. So, extra water filtration. I'll throw it inside one of these backpacks. My bigger water filtration device. Another knife. Any extra food. There's matches in here. This bag I actually filled full of. It's full of a lot of freeze-dried food and my rain gear. I keep a big poncho that you can convert into a tent, worth the $14 you pay for it. I bought it on Amazon. I can't remember the name of it, but I got an MRE in there too. We did an MRE video. Y'all, I can break that down while we're traveling. But this was basically full of food. I have an extra mess kit in here. No Army surplus one, the flat one. But if we're all eating one of these freeze-dried bags of food, everybody needs a plate. Got an extra fork or spoon in there. So, but the backpack, we'll divvy it up, right? Me personally, the reason I'm wearing my chest rig, I intend to bring along my AR, right? And single point sling, so I can sling it down front. Because I'm going to be wearing a backpack, right? Much easier to hike with a shoulder sling, but I'm going to be carrying my pack, and I want to have my piece with me. Don't travel with it loaded, but 4 spare mags, fully loaded. I can put in and carry my mags. Won't need to carry this bag with me when I leave, right? But so I got to thinking about the guy that's going with me who's not the firearms guy, right? The man knows how to use a gun. Not what I'm saying. But it's been a while. So, look, this thing will stay in my truck while I'm on this trip. Hope I don't have to take it out. But if I have to walk home, I want the guy that's with me to be able to cover my six like I'm going to cover his, right? Remington 870 Tactical. Double aught buck, slugs. That's all he needs. This will keep the bears off of us because we will be walking through bear country. And it'll keep the human bears from trying to take my food. So, but yeah, I got a big truck. Just 2 of us traveling. I got plenty of room for anything I want to bring. Of course, I'll throw my bags in. In my regular clothes bag where I'm traveling, we'll have a good heavy-duty shirt, a good heavy-duty pair of pants, and my brand new tactical hiking boots. These, look, if you're thinking you had to walk somewhere, and I've already broken them in, Took them out for a test drive last weekend. Merrill, MOAB, Tactical, waterproof, WP Tactical. Merrill makes a great shoe, makes a great boot. Very comfortable right out of the box. Also waterproof, but it's very comfortable. If I had to walk 150 miles, that's what it would be. So, you know, when you're thinking about this trip, any trip you're taking, you want to look at the mileage and you want to figure your ability to hike carrying 40 pounds, okay? Maybe even 50. I load heavy. But you want to think about your ability, right? How fast can you walk that, right? That's how many days. Okay, so if you can walk, I mean, you read people hiking the Appalachian Trail, knocking out 22, 25 miles a day. We've done it. My scout troop and I, we've done it. We've done 22 miles in a day, and I'm going to tell you, that's a long day, right? But you got to figure, I'm also a lot older now than I was the last time I tried to make 22 miles in a day. But I figure in the terrain we're going to be walking, if I can make 7 or 8 miles a day, it's going to take me a week to walk home, right? So before I leave, my group, my home group, my safe place, I want it to be safe when I get here. So my wife and I, the other members of my prepper group that will be gathering here at my home, we had a little talk, you know, where what they need to survive is, people I trust, where I've got my stash, how to operate the things that I have set up here for emergency purposes, right? Want to make sure that, you may be the best engineer in the world. You may have the best damn solar setup, generator setup, bug out car built, but if you haven't taken the time to teach someone else how to operate that, and you're not here, or you get wiped out, those people need to know how to use this stuff, because your stuff. And so I've taken the time, my wife and I, and learned how to use all the stuff that I have here. So I'm not concerned that my safe spot will not still be a safe spot when I get home. So I'm going to pack this truck up, get ready for my trip. Hopefully while I'm on this trip, I'm going to shoot a short video with me and my guys. We will probably be inebriated, but I love these guys, and I'm sharing my life, my journey with y'all. A lot of the things that I say and do while we're talking on these videos, man, I'm real. Okay, I'm just like this when you meet me in the street, as I am right here, right now. And man, I love who I love, right? And we haven't been together, the three of us, in about probably 18 years. Nobody but us three. There'll be no one to squelch the volume. So I'm going to try to cut a little video. I hope my guys will be up for it. I know they will. But I'm just really excited about this weekend. I'm so excited about spending some time with two guys that I love, who have been a part of my life for so long. But I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm passionate about my fun as hard as I am passionate about my work. I'm a passionate man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this little bit of information. I hope it helps you. If it does, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. But tell the ones you love that you love them. This is Muffin, signing off.